Hello there, and welcome to this arguably most controversial car that we've ever had on this YouTube channel. I had a couple of problems. We just finished getting the car back on the road properly, and there was lots of scrubbing from these huge wheels. They were rubbing all over the arches and made it very difficult to drive. So in this video, we're going to fix that. We're going to sort the rear springs out because I've only put a couple of temporary ones in there. Do you remember when we did this? We just go bzz, bzz, and it worked, which is great. But I bought some new springs. And I'm thinking of putting the old, bigger drop springs back on. So the audience for this YouTube channel that has pretty much grown from a guy hacking things to bits with an angle grinder has polarized a lot of people for hacking a car to bits with an angle grinder. Okay, but what I just wanted to do in this video is not to hack any more off the car with an angle grinder, but is to try and sort these wheels out and sort the suspension out, because the front wheels are still rubbing. The back's sorted, but if I dropped it any more with the cut and got rid of those cut springs, I think we would rub on these as well. So we're going to have a little bit of a look into how I'm going to sort that out, get it all done so this car is properly drivable. But yeah, God, look at this completely destroyed wheel arch that we've got ourselves here. It's absolutely battered, isn't it? Look at it. It's cut to ribbons, completely destroyed. And it was absolutely mint condition before, wasn't it? If you're wondering what I was referencing then when I was saying that, it was the comment section of the last video was a little bit hectic, right? And it was just, there were some people saying it was a hack job and blah, 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 which it is really. I've hacked away at the arches because I've had to, but only on the inside bit where nobody can see. And we could go into loads of detail about every sort of negative comment on this car, but I think I'm going to avoid doing that. And the reason is that, have you ever heard the phrase dead bodies attract dead bodies? Army people use it sometimes. I think I first heard it in, was it the Covenant, Guy Ritchie one? I don't know. But it means that if there's one person dead on the floor, it will be easier to get a second dead person, and a third dead person, a fourth dead person, a fifth dead person, rather than if nobody dies. And I think what I'm trying to get at is, I said in the last episode, you know, tell me what you think of this. Go, you know, tell me, give me your worst. You know, some people took that a little bit too far, and they got a little bit personal, not only to me, but they got personal to other people who watch this channel. And I don't want any of that. I don't want that in my comment section. And I've noticed another YouTuber recently, who's a good friend of mine, who's completely turned his comment section off. I've always prided myself on never deleting comments and always keeping my community, the people that watch Tasty Classics and that are real car people, giving them a place, like a safe place to come and talk and have fun about cars and things. And it has always been a great comment section. But I think by me giving people a bit of a voice and saying, people have got a little bit carried away, and it got a little bit too, well, nasty, really. And it's just an old Ford Cortina. Don't worry about it. And it's my Ford Cortina as well. When I said give us your worst, I meant people saying your wheel choice is crap. You know, that's fine. I don't mind. I could have a million people say that. That's fine. But I think talking about the wider sort of aspect of it, it's no good. And I think getting personal and making personal comments at each other, I think, is not good either. And yeah, I think we'll stay away from sort of going through everybody's comments and answering it. I don't think that's a way to do things. But what I will do is go through a couple of bits on the car that are maybe, like you might not understand why I cut the rear arches. You might think that I should have rollered them. And I'm going to talk about why you can't roller the arches on a car like this, but you could on an Audi A3 that we've got parked outside, for example. You could do that. And maybe in the future we could do an episode where we try lots of different ways of rolling arches. But on this, the arches are not like that car outside. I'll show you why. Here we are at the other side of the car, where there is another completely mint condition original wheel arch panel. Anyway, I need to just stick these back on a touch more because they are coming down a bit because the wheel keeps hitting them. But we're going to address that very soon. And I've got to do it on the front one as well. This is this immaculate wheel arch that everybody was so concerned about me cutting. I've worked with metal for years, right? A long, long, long time. This wheel arch, I can't really get loads in here, but it's pretty much there. This is very thick old metal and it's double skinned. And we're getting on for 7mm. All the way around this wheel arch, it's 7mm-ish, right? That's really, really thick. People said, why didn't you get like a wheel arch roller? You can't believe you grinded these things and messed it all up just for the sake of getting a video out for not getting a wheel arch roller. Why don't you use a baseball bat, get it under there, roll it? Done it all before. Very long in the tooth with this sort of stuff, believe it or not. Even though I might not say that I am sometimes, I have done a lot of this stuff before. I could see from a mile off that you would never roll these arches. And I think a lot of very experienced people in the comments did also note that as well and came to the rescue a little bit. And I think that's where a lot of this sort of infighting came from in the comments, which we don't like. So, you know, let's just keep it all nice if we can, please. But you won't roll these arches is what I'm getting at, because it's 7mm thick. If you put a wheel arch roller against that, there's a flat bit of arch there, and this paintwork and stuff, all the priming and everything, it'll all come out and you'll crack it all and you'll destroy your lovely paintwork on your wheel arch. Nobody cares about the inside, the lip. Nobody cares. I don't care. It's my car. I don't care. This bit I care about. If you want to flare these arches or, you know, do anything to them, you'll destroy all that. I could have done it maybe before we took it down to the body shop and then get him to fill it and paint it, but I think it would have looked a bit crap. So leave it all nice and it'll look clean. Sort the other issues out that we can fix instead of trying to do anything to that. And by cutting these slots that I did and bending it up on this wheel arch, I've taken the stress out of the 7mm metal all the way around, which has enabled it to be folded up. Because again, I've been doing this a long time. I've been working with metal for a long time. If you take the stress out of it, you can bend it. It's only a little flap then, and it keeps that strength all the way along it, and it won't destroy it if we give it a good old coating. So I've got some Buzzweld stuff that once the rubbing's sorted and I know it's not going to take any coating that I put on off, we're going to coat it so it doesn't rust and it'll stay looking as good as that for a very long time. This is my Focus ST3. It's currently up for raffle. You can win it for a £5. It is superbly clean and nice and lovely underneath all this dust, but it's like been 30 odd degrees for weeks here at the moment and everything is getting covered in dust. Anyway, I want to show you something. We had 7mm on those arches. I would demonstrate on the back of this how thick the arches are on the back, but these come like pre-rolled, if you like. They're not, they don't have a lip on them like these do and the ones in there. And I'll show you the difference in width. Come down here. This bit here of the wheel arch, right, this is the lip that we're on about rolling because that's what hits the tyre. Now, a lot of people are used to seeing arches rolled, which are like this, and they're all used to seeing it on modern cars, and they've never really done it on old Ford Cortinas, but they like to talk about it. And this wheel arch measures 1.5mm. That's the difference, 7mm to 1.5mm. You'll roll that all day long with a baseball bat or with an arch roller or whatever you want to do. You won't even touch the sides on that Cortina. You will destroy those rear quarters. So, that is why I've had to cut the slits in this in order to bend it round sort of by hand, if you like, or with a crowbar. Because now that instead of it being that much contacting the tyre, it's now about that much because I've bent it up. So that's all that happened. So I hope that explains about the arches. And don't worry, they're all going to get coated. They're going to be very, very nice and they won't rust. And I mean, it's going to be parked in here anyway, so it should be absolutely fine. But these wheels and tyres. These wheels have, again, been very controversial. And the main reason for the controversy, I don't think is so much how they look, but it's the fact that they don't fit under the arches. The problem I've got there, right, is it's twofold. First of all, I really like them. I think they're awesome, and the weird stance that I've now got out of this car, of it being on steroids, I just really like. I think it's very, very unique. There's a lot of lowered cars out there with, you know, tucked wheels and stuff and tucked banded seats. It is a very common look. It's a very, very nice look, and I'll probably do it to something else in the future. But the fact that I'm landed with these wheels and it's given us this stance, I kind of like it. I think it's really cool. I think it looks beefy as hell. And once we've got some more power in this thing, I think it'll be, well, it'll be awesome. I think it'll be really, really cool. I think the way that this looks so different by accident, because the offset is wrong, I don't mind. I like it. What we need to do is we need to find a way to stop the arches rubbing on these wheels, because I'm not changing the wheels. I really like the wheels, and no one else has got them. They're not just, there's so many people coming, it should have had original period alloys on it and stuff. Everyone's got them on their car. Everyone's got them on their old Ford. The old Ford crowd, they stick to, you know, what they think looks good, and they think that it's the original, you know, style wheels and stuff, whereas I don't necessarily do. I think it's whatever I want to put on it, whatever I think looks good, and a lot of people do agree with me. I think these are more modern, and this whole car is a much more modern take on a modified Cortina, rather than a modified Ford Cortina that looks like it was modified back in the 80s. This one looks like it was modified in 2026. And I think that's really important. And part of it is these accidental wheels that the guy made, and there's nothing I can do about it. I don't want to change them. I don't want to fuck him over with losing out on loads of money. He's a small business in the UK, which I love to support. I'm not going to fuck him over. If he'd done something like hadn't drilled the bolts in the right place or something mad like that, then of course there would be a problem. But I really like these wheels, and he's done such a good job of making them that if it means the car looks slightly different, or it looks slightly different on the car, as long as I'm still happy with it, which I am, I'm not going to disturb him. I mean, fine, let's just leave it as well. No doubt, when it comes to the next set of banded steel wheels that he makes for me, we might have a bit of a longer discussion. He might even do me a bit of a discount. I don't know, but for now, I'm really happy with these wheels. I'm really happy with his service. We just need to make them fit on the car. Right then, at the moment, on the car, we have 225 45 16-inch tyres, which look like this big rectangle. This middle bit here is the wheel, and this bit is the tyre, and it just sits pretty flat. There's a tiny bit of stretch on these, but minor bit of stretch. It's hitting the wheel arch on that corner, right? But it's hitting it fairly badly on the front and the back. This bit here is the 225 or the 215. It's 225 mil wide, 215 mil wide, 205 mil wide. The wheel, this bit stays the same. So you have to get a little bit of stretch on your sidewall in order for the middle bit to go down. And over here, if we do a 205, we're going to have loads of stretch on the tyre so it fits onto our big wheels. What that's going to do is it would probably still hit with the 215s. And I think with the 205s, we will just miss it and we will be scot-free, and that would be amazing. Now, this sidewall, so this is where the wheel stops there, and this is the bit of the tyre, and that's a 45. And what I'm going to change these tyres to is a 40. So instead of it being 205 45 16s, it's going to be 205 40 16s. And the 45 and the 40 is the percentage of this bit. It's 45% of the width of the tyre. That's how high your sidewall is. And if we go for 40, it's going to have a little bit less of a sidewall. So it's going to be thinner on the wheel, which means I'm not going to have big chunky tyres anymore, which isn't ideal because I think those wheels and tyres look really good. But I don't know, we're going to see what this looks like. I don't think I've got any other choice. I have to go for that 205 40s, otherwise this car is going to be rubbing for the rest of its life. So we're going to do that. And then with this extra bit, we might be able to put those 2-inch lowering springs back onto the back of the Cortina. This whole exercise is costing me 300 quid for a new set of tyres fitted, and I panic bought the springs the other day for 160 quid, and I'm hoping to use the original ones, so I've got a spare set of springs. If anybody needs a set of springs, I've got a spare set of springs. And this is a bit of a fuck up on my behalf. I own this bit because I could have like trial fitted those tyres, or at least one of those tyres before. It was difficult though, we're on time constraints. I wanted to get the video out to you. Algorithmically, it makes sense for me to get that video to you out on the weekend as opposed to delaying it another week. It's sort of, you know, it's how it works, constant upload schedules. So even though there might have been some people saying, why did you just waste all the time to get those tyres and all that sort of stuff? Well, it is what it is. It's just one of those annoying things. With modified cars, with every other car I've modified in my life, there is always an element of trial and error. With whatever you do, there's an element of trial and error. So you've just got to sort of, I don't know, sometimes you've got to suck up a 500 quid fuck up, haven't you? And that's what I'm doing. There we are then. No pints for me this weekend because of my tyre issues. I'm going to get these wheels off now, get everything ready for these tyres to be fitted tomorrow, do a little bit of archwork to hopefully keep them even more out of the way, and then we'll change the springs, and this thing should be completely boxed off and ready for the next episode in however long's time where we stick a massive engine in it. This is Sonny. He is the workshop mascot and he loves being in tyres. So when we get new tyres, he just wants to be inside them. He's a very cute dog. And if you want a little piece of his cuteness, you can pick up a little Sonny with him in a tyre. How cool is that? You can buy one of these, and if you have a pet dog, you could give it to your pet dog and maybe they could shag it. I mean, tear it to pieces, which is what Sonny does, and sometimes does spend most of the day shagging it. It's time to talk about the Tasty Classics sticker book, because it's coming to the part of the year where we start to prepare for the 26-27 sticker book. You've got here 24-25, 25-26, and yeah, 26-27 is coming out very, very soon. In the sticker book, you have all these spaces here. See these all white bits? And these are all the cars that have featured, the new cars to the channel in the last year. It's all really fun. And you buy stickers and you put them in. But this bit here is the bit that I want to draw your attention to. This is Readers' Rides. And this is where a lot of the people watching this channel, these lovely members of the Tasty Classics community, have sent in pictures of their projects. And that's what I want from you. I need to start getting this page ready. Now what I need in order, in order for you to qualify to get into this page, I need a picture with you and the car. If you send me a picture of just the car, it's just going to get deleted straight away. I need a picture of you and the car together. See this chap here? He's happy, smiling with his car. There you go, it's great. That's what I need. Picture of a guy there with his Rover SD1, very jealous. We will get one on the channel one day. Anyway, so I need you to start sending us in your photos of your projects ongoing, and it's contact@tastyclassics.co.uk. and if you haven't got any of these sticker books yet, we're starting to run really low on the 24-25, so make sure you get yourself one of those before they all go, because when they're gone, they're gone. Still got plenty of the 25-26, and you can pick up some booster packs as well. And inside the booster packs, stop eating the bubble wrap, people need that. You tear them open like so. The blind packs, you don't know what you're going to get, and inside you find 4 stickers. You find the page and it goes perfectly in there like that, and it's really, really cool. There it goes into the sticker book. That Focus that you've just seen me put in there is currently up for raffle. If you want to enter to win that Ford Focus for only £5, you can do. It's on the Tasty Classics website. Go on there, click on the link, and it'll take you to the raffle website. Put your £5 in the machine and you can win that awesome Focus ST3 that's properly set up and ready to go. It's a rapid little thing, awesome car. Go onto the Tasty Classics website and you can have a look, and you can pick yourself up a sticker book and send me pictures of you and your project, and maybe you'll get featured in the next 26-27 sticker book. Okay, it's the next day and here we have 4 new tyres, and they're much smaller than those. We're going to have a massive arch gap now. I can see it. Look at this. I mean, look at the size difference in these things. Nice width and stuff. They're going to look good in that respect, but they are much smaller. It's going to solve all of our problems of rubbing, but I really don't want to be left with a nasty arch gap. Anyway, let's see what they look like. We're going to have to go and get these fitted, and then we'll put them on the car. We loaded them into Matty's crazy Sharon, and if you think the Cortina was scraping in the last episode, well, go for a ride in this thing. Anyway, we took the wheels and tyres down to Salt Neat Tyre Services. The dudes there were just absolutely spot on. Really got us out of a, bind there, because the guys across the road from us just didn't have time to sort it, so we were desperate to get these fitted straight away onto the car so we could see what it looked like. And then I got stuck in to cleaning up all the excess glue on the wheel arches from where I glued those plastic arches back on, or the rubber arches back on. Matty then got to work fitting the 2-inch drop rear springs, so they're all back on the car and all good as gold. I thought the bigger, that's rear.
Oh, so the rear's stretched more then? Because if you look at this, yeah, that's bigger barrel, but that's more stretch as well. Ah, okay then.
So that's the rear?
That's the rear, that's front, yeah, okay.
Yeah, okay. You can tell this is a front as well, because there's more fucking brake dust. Go on, dust. Hooah! Is it me, or are they heavier?
They are a little bit heavy.
I don't know if these tyres are heavier than the old tyres. Just worth mentioning as well, quite a few people did comment about the brake discs and me not changing the brake discs on the car, but I would like to refer you to the last 400 videos that I posted on YouTube where I also didn't change the brake discs on any car. Who cares? The pads will match the discs over time, won't they? Okay, the rubber bands are around the wheels. These skinny things are on. Oh, did we make sure that suspension was settled?
I cable tied them, and they were sat in the seats.
In the right place, do you reckon? I think we might be all right. We might have saved the day with these tyres. The only way we're really going to know is when we take it on the road, see what this thing drives like. The day has been saved. The car's spot on. We've not heard, we're just about half a mile down the road, not heard a single rub. Oh, what a dream, what a dream. Can you
Rides lovely as well, doesn't it?
It does, rides nicely. It's not bouncy as hell or anything. It's quite smart, okay. This is a dream. There is no more rubbing. The car does no longer rub. That chapter of my life is over. We can now concentrate on horsepowers and all the rest of the good stuff. It's your first time being in this, Matty. What's it like? What do you reckon?
Really, really nice.
You were on holiday when we finished this?
Yeah. Big fan of the brown. I like the brown.
Yeah, brown interior is well nice, isn't it?
Just needs a little bit more under the bonnet.
It does, needs a little bit more pep. And we're just in talks about what we're going to do with that at the moment. And when we're going to do it as well, because there's a lot of other stuff we need to do. But yeah, this thing is riding nicely. Yeah. Happy days. That's it, completely fixed. It's cost us 500 quid, but it's now completely fixed. And it didn't need to cost me 500 quid either. I could have done it a lot cheaper if I didn't buy those other springs, but I just bought them as a panic. Because I was like, oh, I'm going to need those. I don't know why I did it. Sometimes you just do these things, don't you?
It's taking these speed bumps with ease, isn't it?
Yeah, going over speed bumps now, it's just absolutely fine, eating it up. So nice. Do you know what I really like about it as well is like I've seen, and I've had a lot of other old Fords and lowered cars, but this is one of the first ones that has no sort of like knocks or bangs or rattles.
There is not a single noise in there, is there?
No, it's really sound, even over these utterly terrible roads. It's just spot on. Going over massive bumps, it's just like, yeah, fine, no problem. No scrubbing, completely fixed. Turn the radio off. Happy days, thank God for that. Yeah, it was, for a moment I was like, this is going to be a huge problem. Change the tyres, sorted. That's all it is. Just set tyres.
Look, I could do this with these clowns. Jump in the chain, go G-Town. Telling you the boy, Jimmy Breeze. Last call for your leave now. Step on that go, train, blood never coming that road. Safe, I'm doing biz like go, wait. Step on the train, you're gonna get lit down. Step in the town, you're gonna get lit down. Messing around, you're gonna get lit down. Got let it spin up. Touch the blood, you're gonna get lit down. This the front, you're gonna get lit.
Didn't take much, did it? A few £100 and a day or so's work, but she is fighting fit and ready for our potholed roads once again. And she's on full lock there. And look, you can still get the tyre pressures page from a Rover 400 series Haynes manual in there, look, without it touching the tyre. So there we go, thanks very much for watching. This has been a Taste of Classics breakdown video. Please hit subscribe if you've enjoyed seeing us throw money down the drain. And I'll see you next week for something else. And on Friday on the big channel, hopefully it's going to be that white car there. But it's unlikely because it's a pain in the ass. Anyway, see you soon. Bye. One more thing before I go. Thank you so much to all of the people who left lovely comments on my very nice car. See you again soon. Bye.